Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 17 of my Let's Play series. You join me over here at my AFK spot on the witch farm, which you may notice is now in a different place again because I have been doing a lot of testing on this witch farm to try and figure out what the problem with it is. And I think I may have found the issue, and unfortunately it is one that is not fixable. I tested every possible issue. I've double checked my math on everything, the bounding box of the witch farm, everything is correct. The only problem that I could come up with is the fact that this witch farm sat one block higher than most witch farms, and apparently there is a bug that when that happens, the spawning of witches is less because the witch hut is higher in the world. I'm really not sure, but it just means that the efficiency of this farm will never be as high as it can be, unfortunately. But what I have been doing to make up for it is a little bit of AFKing, and by a little bit, I mean a lot. So if we come over here, we will find some redstone, a bit more redstone, a bit more redstone, and quite a bit more redstone. So I think we'll be okay for resources. I think the farm works pretty well, even if it's not 100% capacity. I think we'll be okay with this amount of resources because it's a lot. And yeah, one of the other issues that I thought it might have been is it said some articles said that if you had solid blocks above the spawning area that the witch farm couldn't work as efficiently. So I removed a good chunk of my storage system here, the chests, this ice path here, just to test it out, and put a chest over here just to pick up the items, and it didn't make any difference to the efficiency. So the conclusion that I have come to is, unfortunately, it's not fixable, but I think we'll be okay. This is a lot of redstone. I need redstone for the builds that I make, but I think that we will have enough. This is 3.5 double chests plus the hoppers in the back full, so I think we'll be okay for now. Now, I have spent a lot of time over this perimeter recently, and I think I actually want to get out of here for this episode and do something a little bit different. So what I'm thinking is that we should make our way over to the place where I want to make my new base, which means a little flight in the nether. So you may remember a few episodes back, we made this rather janky netherrack path over to a portal, which links up to a mushroom biome, where we tested out a little bit of grass color and looked at this fantastic island that I discovered very early on in this world, which is relatively flat, but not quite as flat as we want it to be. So my plans for this area is to put a large base based around a real-life building, which I am not going to say what real-life building it is. I'm going to see if anybody can guess what the building is as we go along and I complete it, assuming I didn't give it away in my previous video, which I don't think I did. So this building is quite large, and it's based around 1.17 blocks, and so I can't build it yet, but what I can do is get ready for it and start gathering the blocks for it that are in this world, start laying it out, and start getting ready for that eventuality, and also begin changing all of this disgusting mycelium over to grass. So for this, what I'm going to need to do is basically come along with a shovel and strip this land down. And what I really want to do is flatten it out. I want to get everything down to base level, not necessarily like down at water level, but a sort of even level, maybe a level up. that we can build from and terraform. The building is going to be flat at the base, so it needs a flat structure to sit on, and I also want to take this out and start planting grass so that it spreads as we go along, and then it's less removing mycelium later. So I need to head back to my main area and see if I have any silk-touched grass in order to begin what we're doing, because if not, I am going to have to do this, and this shovel doesn't have silk touch on it, so that's not super helpful. I'm not even getting mycelium, but that is what I want for that. I should have a tools box, which should have, there's a silk touch shovel, and there's a silk touch shovel, Sandy and Sandy 2.0, my sand collecting shovels. So these I can use to get some grass. Oh, there's some mobs over here, right? This is a mushroom biome, which makes it quite dangerous. Oh my goodness. Okay, so chaos. How did I get weakness? That shows that I have weakness right now. Or slowness. Was that from a witch? Goodness. Yeah, so the idea is that we get some grass and plant it in with where we take out the mycelium, and then it'll just spread naturally and we'll have less mycelium to remove later. And I also want to get a beacon set up over here because this is not going to be mycelium all the way down. There is going to be stone. So let's head back over to our base and see what we have for grass stores. I've made my way back over here, and my grass chest has 26 grass in it. So that's not going to do it. What I think I'm going to do is go over to where I have the ink farm and just strip some grass off the top. Okay, so I have been over here stripping grass now for a little while, and I have just about as much as I want collected. Just trying to make it look not too bad over here as I take it away. This is just a farm area, so it's not too... Oh, there's phantoms. It's not too big of a deal, and I think I've got what I need, and I think it's time to go now. Yeah, here they are. Okay, and here we are back at the mushroom area. I have started to roughly mark out the area that I want to start by demolishing, and the last thing that I need to do is set up a beacon. I believe I will do that with iron. Do I even have a beacon? Where is my beacon? Oh dear. I do actually have my spare beacon on me, but unfortunately I don't have enough blocks to be able to make it, so I have to run back again. So the beacon that I usually use for projects is set up over here, but I think this iron farm has been pumping out iron, so let's see if... Yes, I think we might have enough iron to be able to make a beacon and leave that one over here in our sort of industrial area. So, 9 stacks of iron blocks this farm has made so far, and I looked, that one is almost full again. Let's just throw these boxes back in here. I'm going to use this box to transport all of this iron back over to our new area. Alright, we're over here at the new area. I have the iron needed to make my beacon, and I am going to start doing some digging and some grass transformation, and I'm going to do it in the form of a third-person time-lapse, which I am going to start now, so let's get it going. back. So let's take a look at what we just saw there. We have a ton of grass, and I have finished up the edges a little bit as well, which I did not do on camera there. But it has actually been about a week since I recorded that time lapse. I got quite distracted with other things. It was the holiday long weekend here in Canada, so I was just spending some time at home and relaxing. And I was also I was playing Valheim quite a bit. I got quite distracted by Valheim, but I'm back now. As you can see, I also have set up a couple more beacons here, which I had to kill the wither to get. I'll show you a little clip of that right now. Just a fun little clip there of me killing it beneath my old base a few times to get the nether stars for these beacons. I'm actually almost out of wither skulls, so if I want to put any more permanent beacons in places, I'm going to have to go and kill some more withers. I don't have a farm for that. At some point, I do want to make a full-scale wither farm, but I haven't gotten there yet. That is a absolutely massive task with all of the mob proofing that has to be done. But let's just take a look here. So it is this massive section that we have turned into grass, and this is not even as much as we need to do. We need to go further this way, and we need to go, I believe, about 32 blocks further this way. And that is just for the initial build that I want to do, the actual base structure. Then I want to do all sorts of stuff around it. Like I said, it's a real life building that I'm basing it off of. So there's going to be the building there, and then there's going to be a huge gardens out here, and I'm thinking of doing like a docks down here. This is a project that's going to go on over time. I think I'm going to be digging a little bit of this back at a time in future episodes. Nothing quite as big as this one, just take out chunks at a time until I am ready to start laying down the framework of the building. But like I said, I can't finish that building until the 1.17 blocks come in, and that is assuming that the world generation will be able to transfer over, because I know the world heights are changing, so that kind of changes everything in the way that world generation works. So it's going to be quite interesting to see. Hopefully I can transfer this world forward, because I am definitely not done here, and I've got lots of projects for the future. But for the rest of this episode, I'm going to make my way back to my main base and storage system. First, I got to pack up all of these shulker boxes and get them back in my ender chest. And I'm going to start prepping for next episode, a little farm that I want to build. Well, not a little farm, quite a big farm. So let's head over there. All right, now I'm back over here at the base, and I'm going to gather up a bunch of resources from my chests around here for the farm, and then I'm going to put them in these empty shulker boxes that I've gathered here. And I'm not going to tell you what farm I'm going to build in the next episode. I'm just going to show you the blocks that I'm going to use, and I'm going to see if anybody can guess what farm it's going to be. And I am back. So I have done a ton of gathering all of these resources. See if you can guess what farm this is down in the comments. A farm that uses a cake. I had to kill 2 more withers. That is the end of my wither skeleton skulls. I had 7 left. So those are my last 2 beacons, and I need 2 for this farm, but that is everything for it. And I also, using my redstone, that I now have plenty of, crafted a ton of extra redstone resources because my box here was beginning to look a little bit sad. So I'm going to use this to refill everything in here, and then I'm going to shove all of the excess into my storage system so that I have it when I need it. So I have transferred over as much as I can into there, lots of good stuff, but the rest of this, now all we have to do is take this box, go up here, throw it in, and it all gets automatically sorted out into our system. So that is everything ready to go for the farm in the next episode. All I have to do now is clean up all of my junk over here. Got to put my iron box away. I use tons of iron to make all of those hoppers. There we go. Get that all sorted out. Get rid of this stone in my inventory. And we are now ready to do the farm in the next episode. I am missing my axe, though. That is rather worrying. I wonder if it's in one of my boxes somewhere, I hope. But that is going to be it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. But again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.